everyone, Emily here. I decided that I wanted to start my Christmas presents, and I thought I would just go ahead and do one in between doing something else, like the pet blankets. So I decided to take two skeins of this variegated pink. It is Mainstay. I had two skeins. I got it at Walmart. It's 285 yards, and it recommends using a 5.5. I'm going to use my trusty 5.0, and I'm going to make a little bag. I like this pink. It's really pretty, and it's variegated, and I think it's going to come out really nice. And then I'm going to decorate it. So I thought it was easier if I just took both my skeins and made a ball like I did in the last project and for the slippers. And I got to tell you, it does help when you put them together. And my grandson Archie came over today with his mom unexpectedly, so he wore his slippers home. I was going to take a picture, but I really just didn't have time, and they fit him perfect, and he loved them. I texted her, and she said he's still wearing them, and he likes them. So I'm really happy. I'm going to have to make him another pair, and I think I'll make it more colorful. So the bag I want to make, it's going to be, I want to call it a Capricorn one, because I'm going to do it in this beautiful pinks, and then I'm going to like put hair on it, like crochet curly cues on one side for my granddaughter for Christmas. So you can take your yarn and make yourself a chain. Now you can make this as big as you want or as small as you want. Whoops. Make sure you grab both skeins or both pieces of yarn. I did it again. You can make this as big as you want, and it doesn't matter if you have odd or even numbers. Oh my goodness, I'm just having a heck of a time. I hope you don't have as hard a time as I am right now. It's probably because I'm using two skeins with this little hook. I could have used a bigger hook, but I wanted to use it as a little bag, and I really want it to be nice and tight because I don't want nothing to fall out. So this is going to be for my granddaughter, and I think I'm just going to do a couple of more stitches. I don't want to be too big because she's just a little tiny thing, like an itsy bitsy little girl. So I think this is long enough for me. You could make it longer if you wanted to, like if you wanted to make a beach bag. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to go into this first stitch right here that I just came out of. I'm going to go into the next one. And you can see that I went under two strands. See, you can see right here each single crochet. And see, I'm crocheting pretty loose. And so I think as soon as I get used to grabbing two strands with this smaller needle, I'll be fine. You know, sometimes you see this variegated yarn and it's pretty and you're like, what am I going to make with that? Just happened to be in my room, looked in a tote, and here was this yarn. And so the first thing I thought of was making a little bag for her. So I grabbed it out right away and I thought, I'm just going to go ahead and do that. My granddaughter Caitlin she's very inky dinky. She's so petite. She's so beautiful with her blonde hair. So I don't want to make this too big. So excuse me, I went down to the end. This very last stitch, I'm going to do 3 single crochets. So we're just going to be working on one side of this project. Oh, come on, Emily. So I did 3 single crochets. Grab me up some more yarn. Not pretty. This is going to be the bottom of the bag. So now we're going to go down the other side. You can see where each of your stitches are that you're going to be going into. See how much you're going under another 2. Just going to do a single crochet in each one. So this is going to be the right side of our bag, and we're only going to be working on this side because we will not be turning at all. Now I have made bags like this with the 100% cotton. If you go back through my tutorials, you can see where I've made bags with 100% cotton. And I'm actually doing this bag the exact same way, except for the decorations will be different and the handle. But the bag itself is pretty much the same. And if you like my videos, I would really appreciate if you go back and look at my other ones. I go back and look at mine, and I noticed my very first videos that I did before I got COVID, my voice is completely different. I have long COVID now, and it affects my lungs. I'm so tired. I can't work. It has really messed me up. This is working up really nicely. So on the other end, we did do 3 of those crochets in that end. Now the more stitches you add on each end, your purse is going to get bigger, rounder before you start going up. But if you don't want it to be real wide, then you just keep going around and it's going to be thin like this. But if you keep increasing here on the ends, it's going to be a little bit fatter, like if you wanted to fit more stuff in it. So we're here at the end. Here's our very first stitch. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to put 2 in there because there was already 1. So now we have a total of 3, just like the other side. And I am not going to do a slip stitch because we're just going to keep going around. So I have my string here. It tells me this is where I began. So the other side is probably where I'm going to end it when I get done at the end. If you can't remember it, it's really not going to make a difference because we're just going to keep going around. So my repeat row is, see right here, see your stitches, you have that hole right there. I'm going to be going into those. And it's not hard at all. See it right here? Just go right in there. See it right there? Just go right in there. Pull your yarn through and you're doing like a single crochet. So when you come around again, you're going to do the same thing and you're going to go right in there. Okay? And this is just going to be my repeat row all the way around. Just go in here. It's going to give you a really pretty pattern. And you don't have to use variegated yarn to make this beautiful. You could use any kind of yarn you want. So this is going to be our repeat row. Just keep going around and around. And when we get farther, I will be back. Alrighty, so I did change my needle to a little bit bigger one, 5.5, so it's not too much bigger, but I was just having a hard time keeping the yarn on my hook. And you can see here the pattern now. I didn't add any more on the edges after I did that first time because I think my purse is going to be just fine. And this is the pattern. So when you go in there, each time you go around, it looks like it's knitted. And I gotta tell you, it's super duper thick, which is exactly what I wanted. Because when she's carrying it around, it's not going to droop. She's going to be able to put her little books in it and just carry whatever she wants to in it. She'll be going to kindergarten. So pay attention to where you're going or you can make a mistake like me. So we're going to go in here. And that's going to be our repeat. And go in here. Go in here. Go in here. And you're just going to keep doing that. Keep on going. Isn't this pretty? Look at the pattern. I thought the pattern would be different since I have two skeins, but like the pinks are together and the reds are together. But see how it looks like it's knitted? It just looks like little hearts. And you just keep going around and around, so it looks the same on both sides. So I'm just going to keep going. It's so pretty. I love these little hearts. So I'm just going to keep going and make it as tall as I want my bag to be. Alrighty, so I went as high up as I want to go. Look at this pattern. I'm so happy with it. All the little V's, like little hearts. And I'm really happy how it came out. I really figured that it was just going to be a little different with the two different strains, but it's like the colors just pulled together. You can see it's really thick. It's kind of stiff. And, you know, when little Caitlin plays with it and it gets thrown in the wash, it's going to loosen up. But I think that this is so tight, I might make a basket for my kittens with this, because I moved some things around in my living room and they are pooling to a new area where they think they want to hang out and sleep. But look at this pattern. It's really pretty. So I wanted to measure it so you can get an idea how big my little purse is. So it's about 9.5 inches long, about 7 inches high. Now if this was for me, I would probably make it the same length long, just because I like my purses to hang, and I would put it over my shoulder. But since Caitlin's a little girl and she's so small, I think I'm just going to make like a hand where she can hold it with her hand. And then I'll make sure I fill this up with goodies for her. So what I want to do is I'm going to crochet to this side, and I want the handle to be like right here. So I'm going to count to the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's pretty good. So I think I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I'm going to do 8 over here and 8 over here, and then the middle will be my little handle. So I'm just going to start my crocheting. And I got to tell you, it took me a while to figure it out, but the trick is that when you pull your yarn out, that it's nice and loose, so that when you go back around and you come, it's easier to go into them. And I don't think I'm a tight crocheter, but this wore my little fingers out a little bit. So you can see where I'm going in. So, okay, I have it here. And I've decided I want to do 8, so I'm going to count that as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. Just so happy with this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And what I have in the middle is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm going to chain 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. and I just did one extra so that it could, you know, just have a little one stitch more opening. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to go into this 9th one here. So that is how my little opening is going to be. And remember, we're just going right into that little V there. And you cannot do this stitch if you're going back and forth. You kind of have to be going in the round. And this just makes it so pretty. So now I'm just going to go around to the other side. And I'm going to do the same thing. And I'm just going to keep going around. And you know, your project is just going to lay flat because you have, you know, the corners there. So I'm going to do the same thing here. And I have an extra one here that I'm not even counting because I'm not really counting the corner. And if you've seen my videos, I kind of just do things my own way. So I'm going to do 8. It's going to count as my first one. And you know, you could put your handles wherever you want to. You don't even have to do your handles like this. You could crochet a long loop if you wanted to. Oh, perfecto. I'm going to chain 9. I don't know if it's just this crochet hook, but this area right here, it hurts. And I don't know if it's just from pressing so hard going in these stitches. I'm going to skip my 8 because I changed 9. I'm just going to continue. Okay. Isn't that cute? Got 2 little handles for each side. You can see the inside. It's pretty nice and deep. And I'm going to fill it up with goodies for Christmas. And so my plan is when I go out and I say anything that has to do with, you know, little things like maybe a little lip gloss, a little stuffed animal that looks like a unicorn, you know, some goo, something like that. I'll buy it and then I'll put it in this purse and wrap it up for her for Christmas. And she's just the cutest little thing. So I think she'll enjoy this. And my grandson told me today that his new favorite animal, you know, because they change so much all the time, is tigers. So it used to be Paw Patrol, now it's tigers, and it might change before Christmas. So I think I'm going to try to do tiger decals on his blankets. So this did work out pretty fast. If you don't want yours to be as tight as mine, you could use a bigger hook. Mine's is really tight. Oh my gosh, this would be an awesome blanket. But it's just so pretty. I'm just in love with it. Sometimes I make stuff and I'm not a big fan of it, but this I really like. And this stitch would make a really good basket. And if you watched my videos on the blankets that I made to donate to the Animal Rescue League, then you'll know that my cats definitely think they need them because Mr. Meow Meow kept trying to steal them. Okay, so we're here at the handle. So we could just go around the whole thing if we wanted to, which would just be like this, and crochet. Or you can go into each one. I think I'm just going to go into these, and I'm not counting them because I only had 9 stitches and I'm doing more than 9. I just want it to be full. Okay, so I'm not like pushing them, I'm just crocheting them because I want the whole area to be full. Okay, there. I crocheted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And that's how many is in here. The other side I might get different. I don't know, but I'm not pushing it tight, I'm just leaving them nice and loose. And we'll go to the other side and do the same thing. Alright, so I went all the way around to the other side here at the next one, and I'm just going to do the same thing. I am not pulling it tight, as you can see. I'm just trying to keep it nice and loose. And I'm not counting, just doing it so that it's nice and full. Here we go. And there's a nice little handle. And she can just open it and close it. It's just a little handbag. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to crochet here to the corner. And then I'm going to end it. And then we're going to make some hair. Just let flow down the sides. And I think I'm going to use the same color yarn. And then maybe add a little something different just to bring it out a little bit. I'm just going to have them having it hanging. Oh my goodness. Having a little bit of a trouble here. There we go. Oh. You know what? When these things happen, I don't cut them out because you know what? It happens to everybody and nobody's perfect. Alright, now this was the one that was giving me trouble. There. Alright, so I'm going to lay it down. See, my corner's right there, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to end it off. Okay. And to end it off, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a slip stitch into this stitch, which I'm going to pull it through and pull it through here, pull it nice and tight. I'm going to take my scissors and cut here. You know, I'm going to leave a little bit of a length because I might do a curly cute hair there. And I'm going to pull it through. Pull it tight. And there we go. Have a cute little bag. So, this is really cute. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. So let's go ahead and work on some hair. Look at that pattern. Wonderful. Alrighty, so I made my first little hanging ponytail. We'll call it a ponytail, so that I can hang it from my purse or my little bag. And I made it in the same color as the bag. So I want to do a couple of different colors so they stand out. So I'm going to do a white one. So let's make another one. So I don't want to have too many on the bag because I don't know what else I'm going to put on the bag. I'm thinking about maybe getting me a unicorn. I'm going to put them on the side here and then where I ended it. And I'm going to tie them here. And I'm thinking about maybe getting a unicorn patch or I don't know. I got a lot of time to think about it before Christmas. But I will definitely, when I start packing it full of stuff and everything, I'll do another tutorial, of course. I like to share. So I'm going to put my needle on my hook, my yarn on my hook, and I'm going to do a slip stitch. So for this one, I chained 25, and I want this one to be a little bit longer. So I'm going to chain 30. Now I am only using one strand of yarn. I'm sorry, that's very important to tell you what I'm doing. And I'm using a 4.0, so this is a smaller needle and just one strand of yarn. Okay, so I chained 30. Now, you know what, I'm going to add 3. 1, 2, 3. So, the one, I have my finger here and I chained 3. So we're going to go into the third chain and we're going to do 3 double crochets. So to make our yarn curl like that, all we have to do is do 3 double crochets in each stitch. I know that sounds like a lot, and it is going to start turning right away. So you're just going to do 3 double crochets in each stitch. See how it's starting to turn already? Very easy. Maybe we can call this unicorn hair. Just think of all the possibilities you could do with the colors. You could make it all pink, or you know that washcloth, 100% cotton. My daughter's been keeping an eye out to get more of it at Walmart. That I said just reminds me of a unicorn in one of my videos. That would have been really pretty to make this bag. Whoops. So you can see how it's starting to turn. And it's just going to keep turning as we go. So don't skip any stitches. Just make sure you go into each stitch. See how cute? And just keep going to the end. Okay, so I'm done. I have one stitch left here at the end. You can see it right here. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to go in there, whoops, and I'm going to do a slip stitch. Pull my yarn through, I'm going to pull it tight. I'm going to cut it. So now I have two. And I'm glad I made the white just a little bit longer. I didn't want them to be the exact same size. So, where I cut it off here is where I'm going to tie it to. So it will hang on. You know what? I don't know what I want to do. I kind of want to put it in the front because I think it's really cute. And then I want to put it on the end. You know what? I think I'm going to do it right here. Because I really like the idea of it just hanging right here, instead of off on the side. So I'm going to take one piece of yarn from each one. Pull that out. Okay. And I'm going to pull it through one hole. It's really close to my strap. Go in the next one over. Pull the other two through. I'm going to tie a knot. There we go. So when I tie my knot, these are going to be on here nice and secure. So I'm going to go on the inside here, tie a knot. And if you want to tie a knot that's not going to come undone, you can wrap it around 3 times. I don't have enough of the white to do it 3 times, but I do of the pink. And I'm just going to grab it and pull it tight. I love my knots. No one's going to see it, it's on the inside. And then I'm going to take a really small crochet hook and I'm going to bury that. My trusty little one. Oh, that's a 4.0. Sure feels smaller than that other plastic one. And then I'm just going to bury them. And then I'll cut them off. Isn't that cute? And right here where I did cut it off, you know what? I think I am just going to cut this off. I was thinking that this is where I was going to hang my stuff, but I changed my mind. So I tied a knot there. And go ahead and bury it. This is so cute. If I do more on it, I will definitely come back. But I hope you like this tutorial. And this will make a really cute little gift. And my daughter has 5 children, and my son and his wife, they have 3 girls. My daughter has 4 boys and a girl, and then my other son has 3 girls. So And so I always give them something homemade, and I'm making them all blankets. But this is for Kaylee. She doesn't watch my channel, so she'll never know. How old is Kaylee? Caitlin. She's 4. Caitlin is 4. Did I say it was for Kaylee? Kaylee's right here. It's not for her. It's for Caitlin. Caitlin is 4. So I have my little bag, and it's just cute. So thank you for watching. Everybody have a great day. I will be back, and I'll see you soon. Bye.